Greetings, thank you for coming along because we have multiple tornado warnings in effect for our coverage area. As you can see, we also have a tornado watch in effect until 1 a.m. for some areas and 2 a.m. for some other areas. We're zooming into Benton, Tippin, and Hardeman County first, quickly here before we go down to the confirmed thing so we can do our due diligence up here, waiting for this radar to pull us in. Whoops, there we go. So as you can see, we do have a tornado signature, which is automatically detected by radar here. As you can see, this includes portions of Grand Junction, maybe some areas of Michigan City, Canaan. This does not include Walnut or Tiplersville. But you can see where that rotation is, again, just kind of north of the Canaan area. So that's what we are keeping a very close eye on. At the moment, of course, and we're continuing to get updates here. So the chat says at 9:34, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near located near LaGrange or 19 miles southwest of Bolivar, moving east at 25. Sorry, I couldn't read. We had another alert pop up over that, which is that the tornado watch has been updated a little bit. So Dyer and Lauderdale counties look like they're dropped from that. But anyways, so yeah, we're continuing to track this very, very closely, of course. Give me just a moment here, and then we're about to pan back into our radar system. Okay, so here we go. Tornado warning. Okay, getting a lot of alerts here at once, so we're making sure we stay on top of these a bit. Okay, I'm trying to go over the severe thunderstorm warnings here and make sure that we are up to date on those. We did just have a new severe thunderstorm warning get issued. We will check that out right now. This is for portions of here. New severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Leake, Madison, Scott, and Yazoo here. I'm having some trouble clearing it. But just FYI, we will have team coverage here with Andrew shortly. There, so we can kind of both be looking at different storms since we do have a couple in place at the moment. But anyways, there's that tornado warning that we're tracking closely. We're going to go down south since we have some confirmed warnings in effect. I know we've been sitting on that radar image for a while, trying to keep up with everything at once. So let's pull down, zoom in here. We can see we do have some radar tornado signatures popping up. And again, the reason these look kind of pinkish and have the pink outline is because these are tornadoes confirmed. So again, these are confirmed on the ground here, and you can see the rotations very well with both of these. We're going to kind of keep these in the same frame or in the same view here, because you can just see them both very well. And of course, at the moment, you can see Puckett is included with that. Pulaski, we're watching closely. Those are just some of the areas that we're keeping an eye on. And again, we're really close to the radar site in Brandon. You can see the radars right here where that hole is. So that's giving us very, very good coverage. Excuse me, very good coverage, ground coverage with this. So we're not looking far out. Again, that 5 with the triangle, that is what we call a tornado signature that the radar kind of picks up. So basically that's saying that, hey, the storm has some rotation with it. So that's a tool that we use, that our radar uses to kind of let us know when things are kind of, if we could possibly have, if there's some possible rotation with some storms. It's hard to pick it up on the debris tracker, but we're watching it closely here on the radar network or on the Doppler wick. Zooming in, we're gonna go down south first, and we'll do kind of city by city here. John's included with this Puckett. You're in the line of fire there. You can see that rotation very well. That signature. Then of course up here Pulaski, included with that Morton. Morton, this looks like this might just stay south of you. Pelahatchie, I'd say give about 2-3 more minutes so you can come out because there might still be some Pelahatchie addresses out kind of near this area here, which is where we don't want people kind of, where we still want people to be in their shelters. So Pelahatchie, just a few more minutes for that until you can come out of your safe place. But yeah, Pulaski, definitely seek shelter there and continue to be in your safe place. Okay. I'll get some new information. Until the all clear is given there. Okay, so we got some updates on some warnings in effect. That's great. And you can see we do have a number of severe thunderstorm warnings that are also in effect up here for damaging winds and possible hail. But again, our tornado threat is now just south of those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. We are going to go back up to North Mississippi there, kind of right on the Tennessee-Mississippi border. And here, again, we're continuing to monitor this tornado warning for portions of Benton, Tippah County, also including some portions of southern Hardeman County. Here you can see that rotation showing up very well on our rotation track on our Doppler winds. Again, we're tracking this. I'm not getting a whole lot of addresses out in this, so I'm going to read off some of these streets or read off some of these cities. So Hayden, Walnut, Walnut. I'd say the eastern portions of Walnut, not Walnut downtown. Grand Junction, Salisbury, Rogers Springs, Brody, Hamilton, and New Canaan. So those are some areas that are included with this. Here I'm getting some more, hearing some more things go off. So Rankin County, you've been dropped from the tornado warning. From the I believe that'd be the southern one. So southern Rankin. I know Rankin County has a couple polygons. But that'd be southern Rankin dropped from that warning. So Scott and Smith County, you're continued. National Weather Service Memphis is giving us an update here. For 9:47, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles northeast of Canaan, or 17 miles west of Big Hill Pond State Park, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So this thunderstorm has picked up significantly. And as far as the speeds here, it's now moving about 10 miles faster, miles per hour faster. So it is picking up in speed a little bit here. So that's something to keep an eye on there. We're going to go down south again and revisit these 2 polygons because I believe they've both been redrawn a little bit. It looks like this other one's been redrawn. Okay, so we're not seeing that rotation as well anymore on this one, but we're going to keep looking back a couple scans. We're still seeing this rotation pretty well here. As you can see, just a moment. Just got a new alert. We've got a lot of warnings in effect right now. So we're trying to stay on top of those here. So excuse me just a moment. Okay, so coming back to getting another alert here. I'm having some slow. Okay. So this is what their report was. So at 9:28 p.m., a train spotter reported a tornado on the ground just south of Pelahatchie. that was at 928 in Crossroads, which is in Rankin County, just south of Tallahatchie. That is where that tornado was reported. So that would be this storm up here, I believe. I don't think we're gonna get Crossroads to pop up on here. But okay. So we're still monitoring that closely. Let's pop in the debris tracker. Okay. It's hard to tell since we don't have a great signature with this. We'll keep monitoring this closely. It's hard to tell really if we have debris or not. With that signature. Hey. Even new. Severe thunderstorm warning out for Fayette and Tuscaloosa County. So you can see new severe thunderstorm warning out for portions of Fayette and Tuscaloosa County in Alabama. I believe that'd be the leading edge of this line. There. Give me just a moment here. I'm trying to make sure this is all good to go. Really. Okay. All right, so we're trying to make sure some things are still pulled up behind the scenes, and they are. All right, so we're having some issues here. All right, I think we've got all that taken care of. So you can see that tornado icon. That's just a tornado report. So now, okay, so yes, these are both confirmed. On that, both confirmed tornado warnings here. So this report was from this cell, here in portions of Scott County, Scott and Smith. So that's what that is. That this correlates with that here. Okay, so we've got all that. Going back north to Tippah County, Benton, and Hardeman. And yeah, you can tell this cell definitely has packing a punch here. And yeah, cell is packing a punch in portions of these areas right on the border here between Mississippi and Tennessee. Here, rotation is still a little messy here to find. We may try a couple of scans. Let's see, we can go up a little bit. Yeah, it's still hard to kind of get this rotation really down. Okay. New tornado warning just getting issued from Jasper, Newton, Scott, and Smith County. So this would be an extension of this one here, and again, they did not make it confirmed. But again, new tornado warning in effect as an extension of this rotation here in Portland. And again, this new one goes for Jasper, Newton, Scott, and Smith counties. Okay. So it goes until 11 o'clock. So you've got about an hour lead time if you're in this area. Just kind of an FYI. If you're in this area, you do have about an hour lead time coming over to the wall, to the big monitor here, so I can point out, read some cities that are included. So Roberts, looks like that might be Montrose, Lewin, portions of those areas. This would be just north of the Burns area. Forest, you're not included in this, but you're, if you have some southern addresses, or you might have some southern addresses in that lake, you're included with this as well. So, or I should say southern portions of lake, looks like included, and also portions, maybe, looks like southern portions of Newton, which would be, Newton, the city, there on the city side. New severe thunderstorm warning coming out for portions of Alcorn, Tippah, Hardeman, and McNairy counties until 10:45. This does have a tornado possible tag on it. Okay, new tornado warning for Rankin, Simpson, and Smith. So we're getting some new warnings here. Again, a lot of these being extensions of rotations here, because these storms have held on a little bit. I know we've had warnings. We had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings this morning. I think maybe even a tornado warning or two. Down there in central, south central Mississippi, I know we had a number of severe thunderstorm warnings everywhere, across the board here. Notice a lot of people probably likely got woken up to that. We had a lot of damage reports this morning as well. But so yeah. So again, you might think that these storms are gonna, they might spin up and weaken a little bit, but right as of now, they have held their strength. They have held their strength here as they're pushing through portions of Mississippi. Okay, so tornado warning is expired for Benton, Tippah, and Hardeman. I figured once they issued that severe thunderstorm warning, that's what they meant, that they were going to expire that tornado warning. So again, Benton, Tippah, Hardeman counties are no longer under the tornado warning. So we're having some updates here on some warnings. Okay, so So at the moment, we only have 2 tornado warnings in effect. That should be, of course, our southern ones here that you're watching on your screen. Um, this would be for Jasper, Newton, Scott, Smith, here. Give me just a moment to redo this. Scott, Smith. And then we've got Rankin, Simpson, and Smith counties, and that is it. Then, of course, we have a number of severe weather, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. And for some reason, it seems that we have lost those on certain maps here. So give me just a moment to fix this real quick. We're having a couple issues behind the scenes, and I'm flying solo at the moment, so kind of hard to do all this at the same time. Here I'm trying to get this streaming on. Again, just a moment here. I'm working on. Okay, so it looks like we're. Okay. So I believe we're all up to date here. Unfortunately, um, I've lost control of the radar here, so we're waiting on that control to be regained. We're having some issues here with some certain things, but we're hoping to get all that, getting all that back up and running. And okay, so again, we're still monitoring these 2 tornado warnings in effect here. Again, the rotation, personally, I'd say it's diminished a little bit. I do think that is the reason that it no longer has that confirmed tag on it. You don't see the pink borders or the pink outline on those. But again, we're still going to watch them very closely here. And not to mention, we still have some storms. We do have here, I'm going to paint out, we do have a couple storms behind this. As you can see right here, we have a couple storms behind this. There's one off here in Monroe, kind of near the Monroe, Louisiana area. There's a severe thunderstorm watch out that way. But so again, we could still see these continue to push into our area. And again, if you're up here, if you're in Starkville, if you're in Columbus, here, if you're in Chicxulub down here in the Louisville area, at the moment you're not dealing West Point. At the moment you're not dealing with anything severe. You do have some, as you can see, you do have some scattered rainfall, kind of across the area. Probably most likely heavy at times, maybe even some small hail. But if you are in this area at the moment, you're not dealing with anything on the severe side. So again, yeah, Noxapater getting in on that heavy rain right now. as well as portions of Aberdeen, northwestern Monroe County. Again, nothing severe at the moment. However, just east of that, we do have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Fayette and Tuscaloosa counties. This would go until I'm not sure when this expires. 10:45 is when this warning expires. Again, that includes Berry. This does not include Tuscaloosa. The downtown does not include the campus, but it does include Fayette. In Fayette County, that'd be the city of Fayette, Berry, and all the cities I'm getting in here. Newtonville included that with in that as well. So again, not tornadic, just a severe thunderstorm warning. Out this way, we did previously have a tornado warning in effect portions of Alcorn County as well as Benton and Hardeman, Tippah and Benton, Tippah, and Hardeman, I believe it was. But at the moment, again, the storm has weakened just a bit below tornado limits. We don't have any significant rotation that we're seeing at the moment that should prompt a tornado warning. We do, however, have some hail likely falling near the Walnut area, near the Tiplersville area. I'll zoom in. It should pop up. There's Tiplersville, Canaan, just east of, south and east of you. The heaviest hail that we're seeing on our radar is approaching the Walnut and Tiplersville area shortly. So that's where that orange color is. That's where we're seeing that. And yeah. So yes, again, not tornadic anymore. Not to say it couldn't be tornadic. Remember, we previously had a warning out for Shelby, Fayette, and Hardeman, I believe it was. And then that storm weakened a little bit. Now it's kind of been we've kind of seen it go back and forth a little bit there. So again, if you're still in this tornado watch, be on guard. We still have a tornado watch in effect for a good chunk of our area. We did have a couple counties shaved off. There, I believe Dyer and Lauderdale County were dropped from that, as well as a number of counties out here in Arkansas, just outside of our area. But the heart of our coverage area is included in with tornado watches at the moment. So as you can see, there, and again, of course, we'll continue to be with you and track this with you throughout the night. I'm going to switch this back to Jackson here. We're going to go back down south to these two tornado warnings. You can see we're getting a section here. Tornado signature on our radar. Let's switch it back to the wind velocity. And okay, so two tornado warnings in effect here. We've had these have held together for a little bit. Again, these warnings go until 11, so we've got a lot of lead time with these, which is great news. Great news. So, of course, if you're out in this area, of course, you're hearing the warning. You're probably most likely hearing the sirens. I'm sure you got the alert on your phone and you saw it across the TV, maybe across the bottom of your TV or on the side there. But you've got a lot of lead time, which is great news with these storms. National Weather Service Jackson doing a great job tonight, providing those early warnings there. But again, if you're out in Pulaski, if you're in Robert, Polkville, Puckett, Raleigh, Bay Springs, there, I would be seeking shelter there, because we do have a tornadic situation unfolding, like possibly. Again, these are not pink. You can see the polygons they don't have the pink borders, which means that this is not confirmed at the moment. This is just radar detecting the rotation, which means basically means the radar has, pinpointed the rotation, it's pinpointed the spin, but it is nothing confirmed at the moment. We don't have eyes on it. We do have a number of storm chasers out in the area. We have been getting reports from Rankin County earlier. That's helped a lot. So again, don't go outside. We've got a ton of storm chasers out in the area. I'm sure more than just a couple that we heard from earlier. So they're gonna have all of that taken care of. But again, great thing being lead time. Lots and lots of lead time, almost an hour. This warning was issued around 10 o'clock, I believe. I can kind of give you the exact timing on this. It was issued at 9:58. So you've got an hour, a little over an hour of lead time if you're out in this area. And again, these storms tonight are not moving 60, 70 miles an hour. They're moving about 20 to 30 miles per hour, maybe even a little bit more in some areas. We've seen around 25 to 30 miles per hour. As far as the storm movement, the winds have been stronger. We've seen winds in excess of 60 miles per hour in some of these areas, but again, the storms are not moving that fast, not highway speeds, not 60 miles per hour like we see sometimes in the spring and in the fall. So that means we're getting a lot of great lead time with this. With these storms here, we're gonna have Andrew join us very, very shortly here. He's gonna help us as we pinpoint some of these storms here. Here, and come join us here and help us as we continue to track some of these storms here moving across central Mississippi at the moment. Again, those are the only storms that we have that are tornadic. Again, we do have, you can see, we do have a tornado warning just out behind now to the west of our tornado watch, which goes until 1 o'clock here for some areas. On the Alabama side, this watch goes until 2 a.m.
And I'm here.
In the Middle Tennessee side, this watch, for Wayne and Lawrence County, this watch goes until 2 a.m. as well. Andrew Williams is joining us here as we continue our team coverage overnight, or team coverage this evening as we kind of likely, I'd say as of now, push into the overnight hours unless something changes and we have things weaken significantly. Andrew, of course, kind of catch you up to speed as well. We've had multiple tornado warnings in effect. At the moment, we have nothing confirmed, which is good news. But yes, I got to say, really giving it to the Weather Service in Jackson tonight. They've been doing great as far as the lead time with these warnings. They've issued warnings almost an hour in advance. So of course, if you're in these warnings, you've heard it. Or if you've heard probably the sirens and the alerts and stuff for about an hour. Andrew's pinpointing a storm in portions of, it looks like, Fayette and Walker, or Fayette and Tuscaloosa County. Yeah, Fayette and Tuscaloosa counties. Andrew, I'm gonna see if I can get your volume a little bit louder on my end, but you can go ahead and talk through that. It looks like we have a report coming in.
Yeah, that's from Moore's Bridge. It looks like large tree line blocking Highway 171, Fayette, Tuscaloosa County line.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of wind damage. Or I've been hearing of a lot of wind damage reports. Not all of them relate to the Weather Service, but of course, Andrew, early this morning, a lot of people got woken up, and we had some damage reports around the North Mississippi, southwestern Tennessee area, central Mississippi. Of course, these same areas, Rankin County, where we have these tornado warnings we've seen. We've seen some damage this morning. Oh, looks like they just trimmed back on that polygon. That polygon there. But again, we're gonna watch this push off. This severe thunderstorm warning again does not include the city of Tuscaloosa. Does not include the city of Fayette anymore. Sorry, go ahead.
Or Samantha, I said.
Yeah, or Samantha. This now includes, and again, I think Newtonville. Newtonville's just outside of this now, so they've kind of trimmed back this warning.
I forgot what that town is. A little town up there called, like, I don't know what it's called. Oh yeah, Wyndham Springs.
Yeah,
Wyndham Springs over there. Yeah. Right. Don't know why it's not showing up.
Yeah. So at the moment we've got two. We're kind of, since we're approaching 10:15, we had a couple things get canceled and a couple things get trimmed. So at the moment, we have two tornado warnings in effect in our coverage area. That'd be for portions of Rankin, Smith, and Simpson County, and then portions of Jasper, Newton, and Scott counties, also clipping portions of Smith County. So we've got warnings pretty much just right in that cluster there, in those cluster of counties. We've been tracking these storms for a while now. And the radar is in Brandon, not too far away, so we're getting a decent look out of these storms. Or getting a decent look at the rotation and the winds with these storms. But at the moment, again, this is not confirmed like it was earlier. So that's some good news there. You can see Andrew kind of scanning back when we have those pink borders, that means that it's confirmed. And again, at the moment, we don't have the pink outlines and the pink things, so we're good at the moment. Nothing confirmed. We do have. There are spots in this area, though. Go ahead.
They just canceled the tornado warning. Jasper, Newton, Scott, Smith.
That one's canceled. Okay, yeah. I see it now. So tornado warning canceled for Jasper, Newton, Scott, and Smith counties. So again, the only one I have, I believe, is Rankin and Smith, or Rankin, Simpson, and Smith. So again, portions of Simpson County also is included with that tornado warning at the moment. Andrew's got some our vorticity radar pulled up in Central Tennessee. He's going to go ahead and give an update there, as we have that some, I guess you could say, a small line of storms pushing in.
I'd say this area has a great flash flooding chance tonight for some pretty significant flooding.
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe there's also I believe they put out a discussion about that.
They did. I put like this area at greatest risk tonight. Find this little area.
Yeah, we just got a new update. So Rankin and Simpson County, you're now dropped from the tornado warning. So Smith County is the only county in our coverage area under a warning. Again, that rotation right now is near the Raleigh area, moving east at 30. And I might be wrong, but I believe this might have sped up a little bit. Nope, it's okay. So it stayed pretty still at 30.
I think we're about to get a tornado storm again.
Yeah, it's definitely got to look to. I'm gonna pull this down so that, just in case the banner, we're gonna center that in the screen. So yeah, we're starting to see that rotation become a little bit more. You can see it's a little bit more visible on the radar and on our on the rain reflectivity mode.
Might go right into Raleigh, like right through the center of town. Let's see. Yeah, I guess.
Impossible. Yeah. Raleigh. Yeah, Raleigh be there.
We just canceled that tornado warning Louisiana.
Okay, that was just I believe that was near the Monroe area. That was just outside of our coverage areas, counties or parishes out that way. Andrew, give me a moment. I'm gonna plug a couple things in here because I'm running low. So if you want to take rotation for like a minute or so, and then we'll pop back on. And since it's the only warning we have, we'll probably just do a wide reset.
All right. Let's check. Watching this area up here. I think this is in Madison County. Let's see. Yeah, Madison County. This is Madison County, Mississippi, right here. If anyone watched this one pretty closely, I think it was up near Wake and Carthage. But let's see.
All right, I'm back with you.
You want to take it for a minute and do a reset?
Yeah, we're gonna widen out here and just do a full reset. Of course, we're not forgetting y'all, but we're just gonna kind of go over everything since that's the only warning. Yeah, make sure I didn't miss anything. That's the only warning we have in effect at the moment. So, resetting here, of course, you can see the tornado watch in yellow. Okay, we're getting some wind damage reports. We'll talk about that in a minute. Tornado watch is in yellow. This goes until 1 a.m. on the Mississippi and Louisiana side, and on as well as the West Tennessee side, and then 2 a.m. on the Alabama side, and then Wayne and Lawrence counties in Tennessee. So that's what we have right now. That's the current rundown. As far as programming, at the moment we're not planning to stay on all the way till 2 a.m. However, if we continue to have warning after warning, especially as they keep pushing off to the east, then we will kind of make that decision as we.
And of course, if we get a new tornado,
as we go.
We'll make another decision if we get a new tornado watch.
Yes, of course you can see eventually we'll have these approaching the edge of this current watch. So if we do have that other watch issued, we'll kind of discuss that. But right now, right now our current plan is, just kind of go play by ear, kind of go, play by play, one at a time. Here, but severe thunderstorm warning is in effect at the moment for a number of areas. We've got Alcorn and Tippah County, I believe. Yes, Alcorn and Tippah County there. And again, that storm was previously tornado warned, so that's the reason that warning has that tornado possible tag. I believe that's still on that storm. On that storm there. And then we have some severe thunderstorm warnings just south of us, just south of, that'd be north of Jackson, south of that current warning. This would be east of Canton. This is including portions of Leake, Madison, and Scott County. And then our tornado warning there, Fayette and Tuscaloosa County, also under a severe thunderstorm warning till 10:45. So a lot of these go until 10:45 here. We'll continue to watch that closely. We're probably going to, as we keep progressing, we're probably going to see counties dropped off. We will likely see counties dropped off from this tornado watch. Here, Lauderdale and Dyer County have already been dropped off in the Tennessee side. But we'll continue, of course, to watch this closely as these storms keep pushing east there. If we want to go one by one here, we're going to hone in. We're going to go to Alcorn and Tippah County. And then okay. Oh, it's going to want to do Columbus. Okay.
Do Memphis.
Yeah, I don't know why it wants to do Columbus. Okay, so oops. Ignore that. Let's ignore that. We're going to go down to this warning here. And okay, I have no idea. So severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. I'm not sure what all that beeping was. Okay, so Fayette and Tuscaloosa County has been dropped. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for Alcorn and Tippah counties. Again, the reason I'm assuming the main reason they've kept this is just because it did have a history of some rotation there. Again, nothing confirmed out of this. And at the moment, if we take a look at Doppler winds, we don't have a great area of rotation. But we're going to keep watching it closely. Kossuth, Biggersville, Corinth, Walnut, Tiplersville, portions of Faulkner are also included in that. So northeastern Faulkner addresses there, and then Leake, Madison, and Scott counties there, and those are the only two severe thunderstorm warnings we have in our coverage area. We'll zoom in on this severe thunderstorm warning here and give an overview for that. This includes Carthage, Lena, Standing Pines, south of Camden. Here you can see all that pink is indicating some hail likely falling in this area. You can see we do have some hail being detected here. This is approaching the Wiggins area. So if you're in that area, just a heads up to you, eventually this will impact portions of Carthage.
Hey, so we got a tornado, I think, on the ground.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure. Get down here. Right here. Pretty sure that's a tornado.
Yeah, we've got some tight.
It's tight. Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching an area of tight rotation now. Again, this is for Smith County. And we're seeing
radar scope is showing a debris signature.
Sorry, I'm trying to read reports and things at once. So it looks like they just corrected that tornado report. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. Andrew, I'm gonna swap my other monitor to another source at the moment. So if you wanted to kind of talk about that for like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That wrapped up quick.
Yeah, I don't like the way this storm looks personally on the reflectivity mode. I mean, if you're looking at this now at your house on the TV, or on your phone computer, that's like you can clearly tell where the possible rotation is in it. But it's almost showing, Andrew.
Hey, New Skin has very tight rotation crossing the sideway.
It's almost like we're seeing areas of 2.
Yeah, we are.
So again, we could be wrong. I'm using Andrew as kind of a second set of eyes, but
hey, we have
personally, I'm seeing 2 different areas.
We have a report on Johnson Lane in Raleigh, Mississippi, tornado north of the city limits. So it's probably this.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it'd be that one, but it's almost looking like.
I think this one got touchdown too.
Yeah, it's almost like we're seeing 2 areas. So I'd say just both, of course. You want to be seeking shelter there, and this would be right over, I believe, County Road 35. That might be. Turner Chapel Road, Woodland Avenue. There's just some street names for that. There's a couple street names that I'm reading off from a different source. But yeah, right there. We've kind of got 2 separate areas, but Andrew's gonna advance the radar a little bit and get a look of it. Yeah, Andrew, I'm looking at on my separate source here, Andrew on Barron. Well, I'm like mixing all my words. On Barron, I'm seeing, that rotation right there that you're looking at zoomed in on. That looks like the stronger one. Just north of 540.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks like the stronger rotation. Showing up a lot better on here. 70 mile per hour wind. 72 when we're depicting it. I'm using kind of an inspector tool, but yeah, Andrew, I'd say this is that rotation. This is the primary right here. If we did have to, this would be the primary. We just got a tornado report. Is this, where is this from?
Earlier.
Okay, so that's earlier, so that's not a figure because they would have changed the warning. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see this turn pink. The polygon, which would mean it'd be confirmed. Because that's looking very, very tight on here.
This is not like a June setup.
Yeah, definitely.
Seems like rotation be right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my separate radar. If it'll let me, I've had computer issues all day. I'm gonna force quit it. Just to kind of get a second view, or I guess a third view at this point. Yeah, we're right over the city of Raleigh. So if you're in Raleigh, you are getting impacted by this right now. Very, very well. We're seeing the rotation really strong, pretty tight. 67, 71, 74 mile per hour winds. Picking up, or then I'm kind of prodding around 77, 80, getting 80. It's the highest I can get right now out of this. Andrew, go ahead.
Let me see. This thing has been dropping tornadoes all night. One storm. That was it.
Jackson just continued this warning. They are saying a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Silverena or near Raleigh, moving east at 30. So again, that other city there is not popping up, but this would be right.
Hey, is that a debris signature?
Let's see.
It could be. This is a little bit. It could go like that.
Could be. It's a little ahead.
10:30 and rotation was what time? 10:26. Yeah, I think it is.
Could be. It's possible. Andrew, if you want to go ahead and click that real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So yeah, city of Raleigh. And Andrew, I'm going to go ahead and give a heads up next in line. So Silverena, you pretty much be up next. This is about not that far away from you. My miles tool is not working. And then of course down the line we'll see what they do with the polygon. But yeah, you can tell. I mean, it's easy to kind of spot whether between where the hail and then where the tornadic part is. We're going to zoom in kind of really tight so we can get a better look at this. We've been looking back and forth. Andrew's been watching our debris detection, but yeah. Andrew, you seeing anything on the radar scope?
I'm checking. I don't see much. I see the debris, but that's it. It's more likely tornado debris.
Yeah. A couple of local. Okay, so wait just a moment. I gotta reset something. This is right near County Road 581, Andrew. County Road 581, 581A, County Road 1, County Road, I believe that said 15 there. County Road 581. That's the main, looks like the main one that runs north to south that this is approaching. So if you're in that vicinity, or especially if you're on that road, you need to be seeking shelter now. Yeah, Andrew, we're gonna. If of course if we did have something Raleigh, we'd be getting reports out of the Raleigh area.
Right over to town here.
Yeah. Just a minute, plug this back in. Okay, so check chat. Don't have anything new at the moment. Well, I say that. Madison County, Leake and Scott counties continued. Madison County has been dropped from the severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so no new updates yet.
Let's see.
Just got something. Okay, that's some old reports. Andrew, give me like 50 seconds or so.
I'm checking reports.
I'm gonna bring this, see if we can get radar scope in here. So one. Okay, so back. I get a drink of water and try to get something on. Okay, still following this tornado warning for Smith County. Here. And still got rotation getting a little bit choppy. Little bit choppy there, but
Probably right here.
yeah. Down the line, I'm not 100% on what they're going to do with this. If they
canceled some counties from tornado watch.
Yeah, if they choose to, Andrew, I'm not sure if they choose to extend that tornado warning or not.
I probably would. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, this storm's held together for a bit.
I mean, look at this. Held together for a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
What's this storm doing up here?
Hmm.
I don't know. Did you get radar scope in?
No, unfortunately.
Right. Um, by the way, this severe thunderstorm ranks just on the edge of our county. Our coverage area starts in Richland County, Parish.
Yeah.
So, Jackson, what do you think about this part up here?
Hmm. Yeah, it could be trying to do something.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Going toward the Burns. It looks like. Are we about to get another tornado at this storm? Yep, we are, Jackson.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're about to get a tornado again. Right here. Tightening up again. Let's see. Uh,
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to make sure something was working correctly just because we've had issues all day. But it looks like it is. Alcorn and Tipa injured. Severe thunderstorm warning has expired. Um, so again, I guess at the moment, Central Mississippi is our main focus.
Jackson, can you take it for just a moment?
Yeah, so again, we're continuing to track our tornado warning here. You can see we've still got the rotation, the radar. There we go. Still got the rotation there. This would be just east of Raleigh. So that's what. Oh, wow. That's what's going on at the moment. Got a lot of hail falling in this area as well as just north of that. Um, okay, so I'm trying to like read a bunch of things at once. Um, anyways, here's our severe thunderstorm warning that's producing some hail. As you can see there, also, we'll keep an eye on it closely. It does have some inflow with it. A little bit there. So, yeah, panning back down south. Continuing to track this severe thunderstorm or this tornado warning. Burns, if you're in Burns, you're in the all clear as far as some tornadic goes at the moment. You do have stuff behind you, and you've also got a lot of heavy rain and hail right now. But at the moment, you're in the clear as far as severe thunderstorm, or sorry, as far as tornadic weather goes. Okay, so yeah, still tracking the. Let's see. Just got a new scan in. We're waiting on the velocity scan to come back in. And we get radar scans about every 3 minutes or so. So good news. Again, if you're up here, if you're in Choctaw, if you're in Oktibbeha, Montgomery County at the moment, nothing severe. Just some heavy rain and like maybe possibly some strong winds. Some hail also falling in portions of Montgomery County near Michael and near Poplar Creek. But again, nothing severe. Let's hit back on this mode. Zooming out. Again, this is the only tornado warning we have. If you're joining us, we've got two. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning and then a tornado warning. Till 11 on the tornado warning, and then 11:30, or excuse me, both 11 for the severe thunderstorm warning and the tornado warning. So we've got about another 10 minutes or so. Again, if we don't have anything as far as that goes, and we will go off onto standby. Of course, if we have anything issued, we'll pop right back in, especially with the tornado warnings. So it's our current plan. Again, this severe thunderstorm warning for Leake and Scott County is tornado possible. So we could see something out of this, possibly. But again, at the moment, that's not one of our concerns, even though it does, of course, the storm does have some inflow with it. But at the moment, it just looks like strong winds is our main threat with this storm. Also, some hail, of course, falling. And obviously, you can see the heavy rain with the pinks showing up on our radar. We've got some updates here on the tornado watch. We'll have Andrew read that mesoscale in just a moment. We did just get a new update on the tornado warning. So at 10:48, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Lewin or near Bay Springs, moving east at 30 miles an hour. So again, new update on this tornado. Excuse me, I'm not even on it. New update on this tornado warning here. So it looks like they just corrected it. So 10:49, severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornadoes located over Raleigh, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Okay. So since they said that, I'm assuming they are probably going to extend this. down to the south, likely. Possibly including portions of, we'll probably see this extended through portions of Jasper County, Smith and Jasper, most likely. But oops. So, let's see. Zoom in here. And we're still scanning the winds and seeing what we've got going on. Again, the rotation is kind of getting harder to pick out, which I guess is good news. Could mean that it's weakening a bit. We did get that new mesoscale discussion. That's been issued. Let's see. So new got something. National Weather Service in Birmingham's monitoring a thunderstorm in northeastern Tuscaloosa and southwestern Jefferson County. There, we are now getting a tornado signature on this storm. This would be the severe thunderstorm warning. So, yeah, now I'm getting some tornado indicators on here, so we're gonna monitor that closely. It's kind of hard to pick out the rotation with it. I'm gonna use another. Another product. So Andrew's gonna drive our radar here while we look at this. And again, we are seeing some rotation with this. Here you can see those two pink triangles are indicating the possible tornado signatures that are popping up on our screen. So that's what's going on now. I'm going to read something off of my phone here. Some text from National Weather Service Jackson regarding that tornado warning. And again, by the way, since they mentioned the tornado warning, since they corrected it, I'm assuming that they're probably going to reissue down south. But this is a storm that we're watching at the moment, so going to watch that closely here. Okay. And again, you can get the latest alerts on you should go into our account, click on the Vorticity Alerts account. It'll provide the latest weather alerts for that. But as far as this tornado warning goes, here I'm going to read the text off. This warning's been in effect for about an hour. But again, Raleigh, Silverina, I believe is how you pronounce that, and then the Burns area. I don't think Burns is popping up on the map, but that you're the currently included. There's Burns up there. Burns, I'd say you're probably going to be dropped off eventually. From this warning, now, of course, you do have some heavy rain and possible hail out there still, but the main tornadic threat is out of your area. Again, the storm's moving east at 25, so it's slowed down just a tiny bit. There, so I've got another update Birmingham's monitoring. We have a couple of significant weather advisories going out. We'll talk about that in a moment. Hail, we're not seeing a whole lot of hail around the tornadic part. Of course, you can see the white hail showing up, or the white pixels are showing larger hail just north of where we expect that tornadic signature to be. So that's typically how these play out. So again, of course, once you see the pink, don't think that just means screams tornado. That's typically the larger hail and the heavy rain. Heavy rain off in that area. I don't know what that was. So, again, going back, and again, we're still scanning, using our Doppler winds and seeing what's going on out there. And of course, we're staying on until this warning is canceled, or if it does get extended, we'll continue to stay on for that. I believe they've already prepared the warning for this. National Weather Service Jackson's been on top of it tonight, which is good news. So, okay. All right, so reading off a couple of things. So yeah, I believe that they are. It looks like they might have prepared a warning for this. Not sure if it's going to go out. Anyways, as far as the mesoscale discussion goes, again, I did say we had that issued. The summary of it is the severe threat will likely continue over the next few hours across eastern Mississippi and West Alabama. Tornadoes, wind damage, and isolated large hail will be possible. Of course, in the discussion part, it does say that, this area, this cluster of thunderstorms is the strongest at the moment that we're watching. So we're going to continue to see that. Unfold. I'm hearing Livewire, so we have something out. We have a new tornado warning in effect for portions of Jasper and Smith, as expected. Like we said, if it would come out, it would include portions of Jasper and Smith County. We'll see. You should see that pop up on your screen in a couple of seconds. And this is going to go until midnight. But again, new tornado warning now for Jasper and Smith counties until midnight tonight. Or I guess you could say tomorrow, however you want to put it. There, and I'm assuming this is going to include Bay Springs and Lewin, and maybe see where. There we go, Montrose. Okay, so this is pretty wide fan. Paulding looks like some areas of that included. So this stretches all the way into central Jasper County. Now, and yeah, like Andrew just said, and again, I mentioned this an hour ago. Remember they issued that tornado warning at 9:58, and then they extended it, and of course they had it expire at 11. So there's a lot of lead time with this. You've got a lot of time. You've got an hour now, and Andrew's showing you the rotation. Now, I don't want you to think that just because this goes all the way until midnight and you've got time, you can just sit around and do nothing until it comes. But because if you're out in Montrose, Lewin, Paulding, you want to go ahead and start seeking shelter because the warning's been issued. Portions of Bay Springs also likely included with this, couple addresses there, I'm assuming. Now, what I'm going to do is read off the text here, and again, I'm doing that off of my phone, so bear with me. Tornado warning in effect at 10:57. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Pineville, 8 miles northwest of Bay Springs, moving east at 25 miles an hour. So again, here's some times, and again, got a lot of lead time, but heads up. Lewin around 11:10. Montrose around 11:15, Turnerville around 11:20, and then Paulding around 11:40. If you want to go ahead and start seeking shelter, go ahead and start seeking shelter there if you're out in those areas. And Andrew, we're getting a lot better look at the rotation than we were than we were a moment ago. So, yeah, we've got warnings again going out till midnight. A couple other ones being issued there. Give me just a moment to find this. There we go. So, okay. So we are approaching. The current time is now 11 o'clock, and we are tracking a tornado warning in effect for portions of Jasper and Smith County until midnight tonight. And this is in effect those areas. Andrew, I believe, has some information on this, so let's look at that. So again, we possibly could have a tornado debris signature with this. I'm not seeing it too well on our system. But I'm gonna let Andrew drive and pick that out. Pick that out there. So yeah, we could possibly have a debris signature there. With this. I'm seeing lots of reports of storm damage across the area, so hopefully this doesn't count as one of those that we're seeing. Okay, so again, continuing to watch. We've got a tornado warning in effect. If you're just joining us as we are approaching the top of the hour, we're at the top of the hour. Or Newton and Jasper and Smith counties until midnight. And again, a lot of lead time out here. So again, once again, if you're in the Montrose, Lewin, Paulding, or Bay Springs area, you want to go ahead and start seeking shelter. Because okay. All right. Sorry, I'm reading a couple reports that we're getting. So at the moment, nothing concerning this storm. These are reports from other storms around the area. But yeah. Anyways, if you're included in this, you want to go ahead and seek shelter. And I know it goes out for like an hour, and I know you might have to stay there for an hour, but you'd rather seek shelter now than later when you might run out of time. Because we've seen these things slow down a little bit and then speed up a little bit and kind of go back and forth. We're seeing our rotation just south. I'm looking on our Barron, which is a different system. Here, just south of the Pineville area, there. Looks like on Highway 501. Highway 501 there. So that's what we're seeing at the moment. And let's zoom in here if we can. I don't know if we're going to get Pineville to pop up on here. I don't think we are. But Pineville's basically right up here. Looks like here. And I'm going to read, and if Andrew would drive for a minute, I'm going to read out some street roads. You've got County Road 529 included with this, County Road 504. This is near the Clear Springs area. Pineville and Clear Springs, those are the two areas that we're watching closely. Again, see here, County Road 501. I think I already mentioned that one. So those are, again, a couple county roads out here that this is impacting. County Road 504 there. And of course, if you're in the Clear Springs area, I know Pineville and Clear Springs are not popping up on our map, unfortunately, but you are included with this warning, and this is just south of you in your area and approaching your area. So That's what we're watching here, and I'm gonna pull this up on my phone as well because I like having kind of a separate set of eyes on it, getting a lot of different angles and views on this because sometimes different, we have different kind of color palettes and stuff, so sometimes it helps us show where the rotation is a little bit better. But yeah, Pineville, that's the main area at the moment that we're seeing. I just heard something go off. Huntsville, that's an airport weather warning. Okay, so yeah. So give me a moment to pull this up on my phone. I'm going to get a separate set of eyes on this so we can really pinpoint where this is. But yeah, I mean, you can see the rotation there really showing up well on our Doppler radar. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it on here as well. So, and Andrew, I'm going to switch this to. Yeah, that doesn't really do it any better. Okay, so we'll just keep it like that. So again, where those brighter colors are on there, that's showing the stronger winds. That's showing where the got more stronger winds would be, as compared to the darker shade of colors of the greens and the reds there. But and of course you see the pink tornado signature right in the middle of it. That's our radar telling us. That's our radar telling us that this could possibly be producing a tornado. At the moment, and again, I'm going to switch it to CC. I'm not seeing really anything there. We do have a lot of hail up north in that severe thunderstorm warning I am seeing. As well in this tornado warning. If we go up to that severe thunderstorm warning just briefly, I kind of want to make sure we're covering everybody. We got some hail in that area, not as much as we did. This product is showing a lot more hail than that hail tracker product is, but again, nonetheless, severe thunderstorm warning in effect there for portions of Neshoba County, Lake County, and looks like Scott and Newton County until midnight as well. So that was just being issued for you. I'm not sure if we touched on that yet or not. Apologize if we didn't. But we're gonna make sure we cover everybody at the moment. So again, we're watching this very, very closely. The tornado warning very, very closely here, and I've got this pulled up on my phone and on our Vorticity Live Doppler that you're watching on your screen, so we can get different angles on it, and they're all showing that strong rotation near the Pineville area. Pineville and the Clear Springs, I believe I said it. Andrew, if you want to let me know, if I believe that was Clear Springs, just east of that. I don't think it's. I'm going to take control of the map. I don't think it's popping up. Yeah, it's not popping up on the map, unfortunately. But Pineville and Clear Springs, those are the two areas there, and I believe we gave an ETA out for that. Lewin, this is approaching your area shortly. Which I think we're going to keep Montrose around 11:15, Turnerville around 11:20, and then Paulding around 11:40. I think that's our current time right now, give or take. Give or take a few minutes. As these storms we've seen these storms today slow down a little bit and then speed up back a little bit, but we've been keeping the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. So, if you're, and again, one of the main reasons these warnings are going out so long, and this warning goes all the way till midnight, and it was issued a little bit before 11, is because typically in the springtime and the fall, where we have our prime severe weather season, we have those storms moving at 50 to 60 miles an hour racing. So, typically there could either be some warnings that are, only for like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, but tonight we've had warnings for 45 to an hour in length, which is good news. That means we're giving a lot of lead time, and that means the storm isn't moving that fast. So you have a lot of time to prepare once you get under that tornado warning. Of course, you've already should have prepared as the watch. I believe the watch was issued around 6 or 7. Can't remember that well. I believe it was around 7-ish or late 6 o'clock hour that the severe thunderstorm watch the tornado watch was put in place. But yeah, just got a new scan in. Andrew, I'm not sure if we got that on his computer or not. An updated scan. Looks like we are about to get one in about a minute or so. But again, I'm zooming in. Whoops, not that far. Zooming in on this rotation. This is about to cross into Jasper County soon, and once it crosses into Jasper County, we'll see that we'll see Smith County drop from this tornado warning, hopefully. There. So there's kind of a wide angle view of this. So again, if you're out in this area, you want to be seeking shelter in the lowest room. I'm not sure if we popped up the tornado safety rules yet today or not, but we'll go ahead and do that. That's the lowest interior room. You want to protect your head from debris. Use pillows, blankets, and a helmet. Abandoned cars and mobile homes. Turn up the volume on your TV. You can bring your phone with us. We'll bring your phone with you. Stay with us. We'll be tracking it. And then you want to stay there until you are given the all clear. There. So we're going to go back to Vorticity Live Doppler and get a good look at this storm here. I believe we just got another update in. Okay, so those are being canceled. So lots of heavy rain, hail likely falling in this area. You can see the white showing some stronger or larger hail falling in those areas. The red up here, just north of that, northeast of that, showing the same thing. So again, hail's falling in this area. It's a pretty strong thunderstorm, none the least. And swap it to reflectivity and see here. Okay, so at the moment we're not got another update on my phone. And again, Andrew, on my end, this isn't looking as strong as tight as it was, at least on radar scope and on the Barron system. Again, this could possibly be weakening a little bit. So that's good news. So yeah, weakening a little bit here. I'm waiting for them. I think in a few minutes or so, they'll probably push out another update on that. So probably see that come up shortly. We've still got some storms off to the north of that. If we zoom out here, we're going to go wide to the central Mississippi view. We've got storms up here to the north of both our severe thunderstorm warning severe thunderstorm warning. There you can see again portions of Carroll, Montgomery, Choctaw, Oktibbeha. So if you're out in Starkville, if you're in okay, that was something else. If you're out in Starkville, if you're out in Louisville, Noxapater, those areas, at the moment you're just seeing some heavy rain down here. See, let's zoom in. French Camp getting in on some of that action here shortly. Ackerman, Cool, Poplar Creek, Kilmichael, those areas, Carrollton, Starkville getting some heavy rain as well as West Point and Columbus. Columbus, you're about to have some more rain head in your area. But again, none of those are severe at the moment up there. Got another one here, another cell that we're watching in portions of Washington County. That will eventually move into Humphreys County and impact Belzoni. But again, at the moment, the main two that we're watching is obviously the tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning. There. So, So the Smith County Sheriff is reporting some damage. I believe that was straight line wind damage. Yes, so it looks like straight line wind damage. Some trees snapped, branches and leaves and things like that in Smith County. Haven't heard any word on tornado. Not saying there's, if we had something touch down an hour ago or so, not saying that nothing, we just haven't gotten any reports of that so far. So far, we're just getting some straight line wind damage reports in. But nothing that, of course, straight line wind damage reports are still pretty bad. We're not knocking on those. Of course, if you have any reports, we urge you to send them into your local NWS office, whether that's Jackson, if you're down in this area, or not. But we've already had some reports come in from this morning's storm, so I'm sure the same areas are likely impacted from the tonight and this evening into tonight. So, yeah, of course, if you've had damage this morning, we've already gotten some of those reports earlier at midday about those storms that moved through early this morning. And let's see. At the moment, Newton County getting in on some heavy rain. Looks like just north of Newton, south of Decatur, got some heavy rain falling. Could have some hail with this. Yeah, we have a little bit of hail impacting that. Our severe thunderstorm warning is showing that as well. So tornado warning. Here's the update that we've been waiting on. So at 11:16, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Lewin, or 8 miles north of Bay Springs, moving east at 25 miles an hour. So we're still being on the same the same wind movement, but getting lots of hail showing up. This is hail tracker, showing just north of the Silverena area. I think some of that hail out there. And again, these are just pretty much isolated at the moment. If you're outside of this, you're not dealing with anything. Unless you're up north, of course, we do have some storms moving through those areas. But right now, we'll go into Alabama and just take a look at what's going on there. Yeah, if you're in portions of Winston, Walker, Tuscaloosa, Jefferson, Coleman, Blount, getting some heavy rain at the moment. Northwestern Jefferson County is getting some heavy rain, as well as northeastern Tuscaloosa, Walker County, Double Springs area, Jasper, Birmingham, about to get looks like some rain there moving through. So just a heads up if you're in those areas. Again, nothing severe, just some heavy rain. We'll go to the Huntsville area. We'll kind of go down the line a little bit here. Huntsville, we have some rain kind of across the coverage, the Huntsville metro area, especially in Coleman County, getting some strong rain, some heavy rain. And then in Middle Tennessee here, we'll swap this to Nashville's radar. There's some rain here down near Giles. Portions of Wayne, Lawrence, Giles, and Lewis County. At the moment, it's the heaviest rain. Then Hardin County also getting in on some of that. At the moment, we've seen these storms up here weaken significantly in portions of Alcorn County, Benton, Tipa, Prentice. These storms have weakened from what they were. Still a lot of heavy rain now, pretty much over top of Ripley. Eventually, this will approach the Boonville area, Iuka, as well as looks like Ashland already got in on some of that heavy rain. So just a heads up if you're in these areas, Blue Mountain there. If you're out in Dumas, the rural areas there, Buena Vista is up in this area, Jumpertown, Ryenzi, those areas, Hickory Flat. If you're in those areas, heads up to you. You have some rain that will be will be approaching there. I know it's not animating correctly, but you get the gist of that. Okay. Coming back down to our tornado warning here. And again, we're still watching this. Not seeing rotation that well anymore when on this one. Kind of hard to depict it. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, once it's canceled, we are going to get off the air. But we'll probably continue to post updates on Twitter.
Yeah.
Also, PSA, Jackson will have to do all streams next week if we have any. Of course. As I will not be available. So, just some PSAs.
Yeah, and of course we'll post streaming times and all that out if we feel the need to come on for some things. But one other thing to mention for tonight, we do have a flash flooding threat possibly in some of these areas. Some of these areas have seen a lot of rainfall, and we've kind of seen them train over, especially the areas up here and portions of the Golden Triangle have seen a lot. So just kind of a heads up if you're in those areas, if you know you're near low-lying areas, you could see some heavy rain. You could see some flooding, possible urban and street flooding, and then of course some small streams out there. Hail's been another thing that we're watching. Of course, we've got hail down here with our tornadic cell. Oh wow, lots of hail showing up with this. So you're seeing that in Lewin, Bay Springs. I never remember how the Silverena area. You're seeing some of that hail right now moving through. Moving through the area, but as far as the rotation goes, I'm not seeing it that well. It's kind of getting harder to see here. So we will revisit this severe thunderstorm warning here. You can see including portions of Union, Decatur, Walnut Grove, Carthage are now out of this. Let's see. Let's go to the hail with this. Not seeing a whole lot. Some small hail possible in this. I'd say small to medium sized possible with that. Okay. Of course, we do have storms back off to the west of our counties. This would be east of Shreveport. So we'll watch this cluster as it pushes. Eventually, we'll push into some of our counties. We pick up on Richland County, parish. So once we hit Franklin, Richland, and Morehouse parishes, this pushes in. We'll pick that up briefly. We typically do not stay on the air just for severe thunderstorm warnings. We will, of course, we'll be posting updates to Twitter with those too. Okay, so yeah, and Andrew, if you want to check on your end as well, I'm just not seeing a whole lot of rotation with this very, very well, really anymore. It's not picking up that well at all, if there is any there. So, hopefully they will drop this off so we can all, so you can all come out of shelter and go to sleep there if you're in that area. I know this warning goes for a while here. But Okay. Again, this warning goes until midnight, but of course it can be allowed to be canceled early, which is hopefully what will happen, as we don't see that much rotation anymore. With this, still some heavy rain and hail, of course. Nonetheless, you can see lots of hail, possibly falling here in these areas. So, tornado watch, of course, still remains in effect until 1 a.m. on the Mississippi side and 2 a.m. on the Alabama side. So, and the Louisiana parishes as well. Okay. I'm gonna read through a couple reports and see if we either missed anything or something significant came in. I'm not sure that it did. Nope. Had a lot of reports just now coming in from earlier this morning. In portions of the Gulf Coast area. But nothing. I'm not saying any new, anything we missed. I believe we covered all of our reports. We haven't got a whole lot of local storm reports, meaning the ones that the Weather Service kind of sends out and kind of publishes. But we have seen some ones from residents and things like that across the area, but nothing new. Okay. Okay. We're going to zoom out and kind of do a quick reset. Again, this storm, I believe these storms up here, it looks like they're weakening a little bit, which is good. We still have some heavy rain. Some small hail possibly falling over Tippah County. This will impact Dumas here. Let's get it to pop up. Dumas shortly, pretty much right now. Jumpertown, Blue Mountain, those areas, Buena Vista's in here. This is impacting you. Eventually, this will impact Boonville very, very shortly. Wheeler, Viewville, those areas. Eventually, we'll give Alcorn County the all clear. As far as if we start talking, go to sleep. Of course, if you're I'd say if you're planning on going to sleep right now and you're under the tornado watch still. The tornado watch still has about another hour and a half for some people, and then about another. Okay, tornado watch still has a little while. Okay, we still got about another hour and a half on that tornado watch there until 1 a.m. Then about another 2.5 hours. Okay. Until 2 a.m. for the Alabama people in West Central Alabama. So if you're planning on going to sleep, I'd say have a way to wake you up. Have a reliable method or methods. Preferably have multiple ways that can send you the alert and wake you up. So you can wake up and take action if needed. But again, at the moment, we've only got couple areas that we're watching really significantly. A lot of this is rain. Had a lot of rain. So of course, if we have the rain, then when you have the heavy rain, You can sleep through it. I know it's good to sleep with that. But of course, once it starts getting severe, that's when we get a little. That's when it gets a little concerning. Update on the tornado warning: Smith County has been dropped from the tornado warning. Still monitoring Jasper County. New update here. I'm going to switch this back to Jackson radar site. So yes, Smith County all clear. We are seeing that rotation still a little bit near north of Bay Springs. But okay, still seeing that rotation just north of the Bay Springs area. They're reading some new updated text from this. Yeah, hail has jumped significantly. Okay. So our current plan, here's our current plan right now. Since this has weakened, and of course we only have really these two severe alerts in effect with the tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning. Again, if you're under the tornado watch, have a way to wake you up multiple ways, whether that's an app on your phone, a smart home device, something, whether radio, it's great. Something that can wake you up, and if you use your phone, make sure it's not set to do not disturb, and make sure your ringer's on, make sure it's on loud. Again, Apple, the emergency alerts will come through on Apple and Android phones if they are on the do not disturb mode or on silent. That doesn't mean turn them on silent. But if you're using an app, they will not come through. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. If you're using an app for alerts, keep your phone turned on. Keep your ringer on loud. Because I can promise you the vibration will not wake you up. That small vibration that comes through. We are going to, our current plan, we're going to send it to our standby mode. So again, we've been tracking severe weather moving across tonight. We've had multiple counties dropped off that tornado watch. Of course, we have a lot still continued. So as we, of course, we get any new warnings, we will pop back in on here, and we'll be posting it to Twitter.
Hey Jackson, we need to stay on.
Radar images and things like that.
Hey, we need to stay on, Jackson. We have a tornado on the ground. Wait a minute. Let me pull it down here. Don't know if it's been on here yet. But we have a tornado on the ground. Definitely. To north of Bay Springs.
Okay.
Let me see. That's what it looks like on the air it goes. Confirmed. It's PDS, Jackson.
All right, so we now have a PDS tornado warning in effect for portions of Smith County, or sorry, Jasper County. This would be observed. Says a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Lewin or near Bay Springs, moving east at 25 miles per hour. So again, we did not see this rotation very well at all on the reflectivity, or sorry, on the wind speeds. But it is there. Andrew, give me a moment to update something real quick because we're still having issues with this.
There it is. I am now.
All right, so we shall be good with that. Okay, so again, we have a tornado warning in effect for portions of Jasper County until midnight tonight. This is now a PDS tornado warning.
Right now, this is in Petco Farm, and a water treatment plant. Looks like there's a little magazine company over there, a water tower, and farm beer engine. Kind of this little curve up here. Yeah, like right in this area. A lot of stuff over there. That's probably why it jumped up so quickly.
Yeah, and we're saying, I mean, yeah, it looks like this all happened kind of quick, really fast because we didn't see this.
The rotation of it now. Yeah, it fired up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But it's probably the strongest tornado of the night so far. It looks like it might be strengthening on the new scan. Near Lewin. Is that how you say it, Lewin or Latin?
I think it's Lewin. Could be wrong, but
There we go.
yeah, there we go. Now we're seeing brighter colors showing up.
So, large and extremely dangerous tornado right now. Did not see that coming. Review scan. We got those blues popping up now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
So oddly, okay. So none of the Jackson stations are on the air right now. NBC is on NBC program, and the other one, CBS, is not on. Just want to throw that out there. I'm sure they had the same idea as we did to go off since this popped up so quickly. But we're seeing 50-mile-per-hour wind showing up on the depictor. So, yeah, we could be seeing, of course, some rotation with this.
Good idea. Stop this. I'm going off. Definitely a strong tornado.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and take these tools from you real quickly. Yeah, right there. That's what we're seeing. So we've got the rotation. Let's see if this works. Yeah. You can see the inflow pretty well with this. Okay, so all right. Could that be? Is that what we're seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it looks like we could possibly have. I'm assuming if it's confirmed, that is that sign. Oops, that's that signature right there that we're watching. So right near Lewin. Got a new update. That's something else. Andrew, have you heard any new information from this? Because I'm not getting anything from the chat.
No. Nothing. I keep checking to see. But, everybody agrees it's a large tornado right now.
Yeah.
And it keeps strengthening, it looks like. Flood advisory.
For which areas?
What?
What do we have?
Auckland, Princess Tampa, flood advisory.
Oh yeah, I can see why. All right.
No reports yet.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either. I keep refreshing. Not getting anything from the local stations either. Some of them are not on right now. So
I want to say we have 11 right there, so.
yeah, which I thought it was a scale of 1 to 10, but
I think it's the 15.
well, I think it's safe to say this is probably our storm of the night. Maybe. I mean, this one's held together for quite some time.
Seems to be occluding right now. But still, it's probably a very strong tornado right now.
Yeah.
With a lot of fallout. So, probably hit something pretty big. I went over like an industrial, some like plants and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and people were probably working, so hopefully nobody's hurt. You always gotta wonder about these like metal buildings, not
Yeah.
well built buildings.
Yeah, oftentimes we see a lot of metal just thrown around places.
Yeah, there's probably people working in these buildings at this time. I'd assume. Um, could have had some mobile homes too. A little mobile home area just west of the area where it touched down. But definitely the storm at night now.
Yeah.
Easily. Look at that fallout now.
Mm, yeah. It's not.
That tells you it hit something pretty good. You see that much fallout. Um, the industrial area is right here. And you go back, you can see that's kind of where it popped up at. Um, looks like we have a debris ball. That's right here. Yep. A little debris ball right here on right.
Yeah. East of
Yeah.
Lewin.
Yeah, probably, definitely probably nothing to scale on tornado. It's not PBS anymore. It's observed. But this goes until like 12 still. And they might just cancel it because it's really weakening now. Here.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they're probably just going to cancel it.
I think it was at least an EF1 when I go in this area. Probably. I'd assume. At least an EF1. But let's not assume. We'll wait. I'm trying to get reports in this area. Um,
Yeah.
no damage reports yet.
It's good.
But that'll change.
Okay, I think. Andrew, what we're going to do is send it to go off the air from this.
All right.
Now, since we don't have that PDS in effect anymore, and the rotations are weakened significantly. Still heavy rain up here in the Golden Triangle. Nothing severe at the moment. Of course, there's some hail falling in this area. Wouldn't be totally shocked if a warning gets issued in the next half hour to an hour or so. Of course, if you are planning on going to sleep, and if you've stayed up with us, stayed up tracking the weather as well, go ahead and get some sleep. You should be good now. Of course, you can see the tornado watch has been canceled for North Mississippi areas in North Mississippi on the Memphis side and all of Tennessee. So, yes, again, that's been dropped off from there. Now, if you're still in central Mississippi and if you're in west central Alabama, go ahead and just make sure you have ways to wake you up in case a warning gets issued for your your location.
Just to let y'all know, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan for 60 mile per hour winds observed.
Yeah, this is observed hail as well. Again, that's for Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan counties. So heads up if you're up in the Tennessee Valley area. Andrew, I don't know if I don't think we have set plans for the next few days. If we can get any severe weather, we'll just pop on and let you know. Of course, we'll post out a plan.
Tomorrow we might have some coverage, but not determined yet.
All right, well, that's going to wrap our coverage. Again, of course, we'll be posting updates to Twitter.